Today we have Fox News liberal Jessica Tarlov destroying her MAGA co-hosts and their propaganda based around Kamala Harris and her new policy agenda, so I've pulled a few of these clips for us to look over and add some context. Hey you! Yes, you! Did you know we have memberships for as low as $3 a month? You can help the channel grow, reach new heights, and help protect democracy, and you get a long list of exclusive perks from members-only polls to getting my videos early. The link is always in the description of every video. If you want, go ahead and check that out. And thank you guys.
So one, this is the Kamala Harris top of the ticket. This is something that's a priority for her. She had a markedly different tone in discussing these issues than President Biden did. I never heard President Biden acknowledge that bread is up 50%, for instance. She's obviously fashioning herself differently in that way. The second part of this is it was just in March that the FTC report, it was called Feeding America in Time of Crisis, came out. And they actually identified the fact that companies like Walmart, like Kroger, like Tyson were reaping profits so far above the supply chain problems that they had to call it out, and that's what led to this policy coming into being. So that's what she's going from. And I would also say that you could look at this as antitrust enforcement rather than price controls. And she hasn't been specific about that difference. And if it is antitrust enforcement, that's something that's very in line with who Kamala Harris is and who she has been throughout her career.
I love that Jessica is able to point out facts that otherwise you would never hear on Fox News. Fox propaganda is a better name for them. Studies have shown how corporations pass as much as 25 percentage points more onto their customers than what their prices have actually risen. And that's in conservative estimates. It very well could be more, and in some sectors it definitely is. Meanwhile, the economy continues to move towards monopolization, becoming ever so more concentrated, which only makes this practice even easier to do. And Kamala's plan isn't price controls. That's a disingenuous representation that the right is trying to make to say, hey, it's communism, it's the commie mommy, whatever they want to say, right? She's not setting prices that businesses can't go above. She's authorizing the FTC to impose fines on large corporations who unjustly raise their prices way past what the prices of their goods have increased, which is a great idea. If a corporation wants to raise prices unjustly to try and take advantage of consumers and make more profits, they're now going to have to pay off large portions of that profit anyway, setting more incentive for fair prices at these corporations, something that any American should want.
I think that this was an incredibly good day for Kamala. She was able to introduce herself to the American public in a way that she hadn't before. And you take the contrast of yesterday. So you had President Trump, someone who grew up a millionaire, became a billionaire, standing in front of his golf club, ranting and raving about everything, lying about everything from, GDP rates to poverty rates to energy production, et cetera. And then you have Kamala Harris, someone who's talking about her middle-class upbringing, the fact that her family rented throughout their lives, so she knows what it means for people out there who can't get on the property ladder, someone who worked at McDonald's through college. You couldn't have the starker juxtaposition between these two candidates. And then on top of it, she's saying to people, I feel your pain. I know how much things cost. You know what I want to do? I want to build 3 million new housing units. You know what I want to do? I want to cap prescription drug prices for everyone, not just Medicare recipients. I mean, yesterday, we didn't get to talk about it because of the Trump press conference, but because Medicare is negotiating drug prices, seniors will get to keep $6 billion of their dollars. That's $1.5 billion in out-of-pocket costs that will be saved because of the policies from the Biden-Harris administration. And that's what today is about regular people getting to keep more of their money.
Trump just can't relate to the working class in the same way that Kamala and Waltz can. He's a millionaire child who became a billionaire and defrauded people all the way up. Kamala worked at McDonald's. Waltz served in the military. He worked as a teacher. These are everyday Americans. And this is why their plan focuses on the middle and the working class, while Trump's focuses on corporations. Kamala spoke to incentivizing hospitals to forgive medical debt, one of the leading causes of stress for Americans, capping out-of-pocket medicine costs for all Americans, capping insulin costs for all Americans, helping with home ownership, building more starter homes so there's more affordable housing for people to buy, expanding the earned income tax credit, cutting out the middleman to receive health care, forgiving student loan debts. These are the policies that will actually help and affect the everyday Americans and their issues that they discuss at the kitchen table, right? These are the things that actually cause them to struggle more than they should, more more than they have to. And it's why that's exactly where she's setting her focus in this campaign, which is why the right is currently revolting at the fact that she's leading into this sort of economic populism, creating an opportunity economy, because they know that their plan is skewed to corporations, and that just can't compete for everyday Americans. And more people are opening their eyes up to that fact. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together. Peace.